My name is Martin Sladeček, working for Société Générale in France, and I'm taking care about building the future strategy of the actual French retail network. It's right after the merge of Société Générale and Crédit du Nord here in France, and we are constructing the future strategic roadmap. And my part is focusing on digital banking innovations and everything what you can just imagine behind, like open banking, digital identity, European digital identity wallet, and as well as my own passion, which are sustainable finance. Actually, I have to say that as I'm a really big fan of open banking and that way of open banking, bank as a platform and bank as a service, I have to say that on top of that platform-oriented approaches, which we can see very often already around us, I really look forward to upcoming digital European identity, because this digital identity and the digital identity wallet will be kind of like cornerstone, which will interconnect us as banks and service and products providers, the suppliers of that products through our platforms, and final receivers who are our clients. And this will provide all of these parties together, kind of like seamless path of the journey of the client, coming like from one to other partners just by one click or one Face ID. And I think this will really transform the banking as we know it today into something new, much more customer or user friendly, client oriented, and more seamless. If we would like to stress very widely something, we should just follow the 360-degree view of our life, because you can see in every sector something upcoming. But if I will just put aside all of the famous last things like ChatGPT, AI, and so on, and I will just focus on something like very specific. On top of what I just mentioned with digital identity, my own passion is sustainable finance. So if we are speaking about kind of like sustainable component in every one of our new product or service, this is exactly what I think we will see in front of us. Recently, in one of SG's entity, they did a research which proved that our clients will be willing to switch their own bank for that one, which will offer them with sustainable oriented products and services. And I think this is something what we have to still keep in mind and make from sustainability kind of like basic hygienic factor, have it everywhere, in every aspect of our client product or service. So you can imagine that it will be put into day-to-day banking, into payments. It will be a part of our loans, investments, and as we have today over 99% of our interactions with our client in a digital way already, digital and sustainability are, from my own perspective, the major drivers of financial services and industry in the near future. From my perspective, I really enjoyed the opening keynote by Claire Calmejean, which was speaking about the fintech scene here in France and how is it evolving. After that, there was a part taking on the light the subject of bank as a service, BaaS, and how banks and financial service providers are kind of like injecting and integrating their services into third parties. And I think this is again something what is working well when a client wants to enjoy any service, because you can be with your client even at the third party's environment or a platform. And this is as well as how you can prolong the way how to stay in touch with your client. From my perspective, if we are mentioning ChatGPT, for example, but generally any that conversational AI, it will be a huge game changer. But we have to keep in mind that banking is a regulated industry. So we can speak about a part which is like less sensitive and the part which is like more sensitive. So if we are speaking about like general advisory, simply said, FAQs at the website, or even some like general call to the call center when client wants to find something or some description. This is exactly where I think we can already be able to use that way of services or that way of tools. If we are speaking about like specific financial advisory or work with client data, this is something what I think we still have to keep like in the perimeter of the bank secured, because simply said, the trust is one of the core values of banking and banks at all. And after all, we will be fully sure, even with that AI, we can put there that data. That will be the moment where we'll be able to do so. But until that, it's great for the general advisory, general navigation, general help, because it's very natural. So simply said, you are going as well as to Berlin and Stockholm. And simply said, for example, in Berlin, we have our subsidiary, which is called Derlink, and which is taking care about innovations in Germany or more generally in the DACH area. And for sure, I would like to join my colleagues and friends to uncover some news and some last innovations in that area. So for sure, I would like to join you to go to Berlin and to uncover more.